Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome back to Blood Opera Crescendo. I'm not sure if I'm still pronouncing that correctly, but that's besides the point. We are back here today to see what other interrogations are going to be presented to us on a day such as today, which is actually a very hot day as we're in the middle of a heat wave at the moment in the UK. And also that explains why the lack of beard is present. So now, I believe we're going home. Greetings, citizen. Ah, they all say the same thing, I believe. Can't go up that way. Move along at once. Citizens are not allowed. Sorry, not admitted to the chief's private apartment. Oh. This gallows is entirely made of wood. Yeah. Only dark things have happened at that place. The entry to the prison is forbidden unless you have a formal authorization. Or indeed you want to go to prison. Yeah, no thanks. The constabulary is recruiting me to consider this career. Number 1, you do not have a criminal record. Number 2, you have some common sense. And number 3, probably at least 2 years studying police and law. Greetings, citizen. How may I be of service? Should I go to the theatre district? Yes. I remember we need to go there in order to try and find more clues, but no promises are held on a day like today, and also need to find more ink too. Wait, we've never been down this way before. This only just occurred to me now. Hello? The door's locked from the other side. This passage probably leads to the sewers. And also, the waves here don't flow realistically. But that's a small detail we can pass up on. Because it does look seriously impressive, as I said in the previous episode. Lovely. Ah. These remind me of the River Thames in London. I don't live near London, but I live near enough so that I can get there within an hour by train. Right. Ooh, is there anything else that we can partake in when we're here? Ooh, hi. I understand. Thank you for your hard work and send my regards and gratitude to the chief for handling this tough situation with haste. I will. However, we need you to keep the theatre closed at least for the whole day in order to finish our investigation. This is a serious problem for me right now, but I suppose I have no choice. Time is money. Please excuse me, Constable. May I speak with this gentleman for a second? Sure, I'll be finishing my work here in the meantime. I must say you have some nerve showing up here today, Herr Heinrich. The theatre director? Maybe coming here today wasn't such a good idea after all. Good day, Director. I just want you to know that I'm not here to cause any troubles. As of yesterday night, well, I assure you it was only an accident. I'd like to know how you've opened a side door without using an axe. Are you learning lock-picking skills or something similar now? No. What? No, you got it all wrong. I used my own key to open the door. I still have my old key. Or at least I did until I had to hand the key over as key evidence. Pardon the pun. Yeah, I'm not in the mood for your cheap humour, Heinrich. The grand opening of the Don Giovanni is scheduled for the day after tomorrow, and now I have a murder case on my main stage. Why are you yelling at me, Hans? I just found a corpse by accident. I didn't blunt that corpse on your precious stage. Put. Well, how am I supposed to know how you spend your free time since you no longer work here? I've heard you've become a night owl now, throwing away your money at Betronki every night. And God only knows what else you do. Hans, are you kidding me? Are you really trying to say that I'm the culprit or what? I may have lost my job, but I'm not a murderer. I'm still an artist, and one day... One day what? You had your chance to come back and you decided to throw it away by making a silly contest with an emerging artist. You made a fool of yourself that day. Hans, don't you dare to come up with that story again in my presence. Heinrich, listen. No, you listen to me. I'm an artist. I have devoted myself to this theatre and I'm going to be back on the scene. You'll see. I told you. Damn it. Do you realise what you did to me, Hans? And now you dare to point your finger at me and blabber about my life. I was forced to fire you, Heinrich. I needed a conductor. Please stop yelling. I'm sorry. I lost control. I'm sorry about that. It still hurts me a lot. I hope you understand. Listen, Heinrich. Why are you here? I really need to deal with this mess today, and the last thing I want to do is to fight with you about the past. Well, actually, last night a lot of my memories of this place came to my mind. May I hang around for a while? I just want to look around and remember the past. Oh God. Listen, just hang around for a while and then get out of here, alright? The theatre is swarming with constables and I have a grand opening to organise. Thank you, Hans. I will not cause any trouble. You have my word. Just make sure to leave as soon as possible. Business, obviously. Before the grand opening, we're going to have a party here in the main hall with some special guests and members of the orchestra. And what are you trying to stay? If you still own some decent clothes, you have my permission to join the party for a short time. That's very kind of you. I'll think about it. I must find something about the killer. I just can't get that music out of my mind. He must be a genius in his own way. I need to know more about him. Here begins your first investigation. Look around carefully to gather enough pieces of evidence and information about the killer. Once you've collected enough information, a message will appear and you will be able to advance in the game. Time to snoop around and see what's on offer. We can go upstairs, but we'll investigate every single little thing down here first before we do that. Do not want to miss anything out, but knowing me, I'll always miss out some crucial bit of detail that's important and integral to the entire story. But no worries. Mirror, mirror on the wall, where is the murderer hiding at in this holy place? I don't know. You should try asking the guy you just not acquainted with, but I've already acquainted with him a long time ago. And I doubt there'll be like any arrows or indicators to tell us which parts we should look at first. I don't think the main stage would be wise at the moment. Let's head upstairs. This first room. What the? Whoa. There's many layers to this. I'm not gonna lie. The main stage. These must be where the richest of the rich must sit to watch their favourite orchestras. In these comfy chairs, while the poorer people sit down in the lower floors. As you can tell, my intelligence within theatres are astronomically low. Lovely. What? Ah, these are upper floors. There's lots of floors to this place. Whoever chairs here, or do the people here just stand? I think we must just stand here. So either side will be getting the same piece of information regardless. I just want to see if there's anything outstanding on these upper floors before we proceed to the main hall. What could be creeping around here that would be otherwise? Anything at all? Anything in this vast, empty theatre? Just my imagination. Oh, I literally thought I saw something walking through there. Just me. Just me and my imagination leading me astray. Go downstairs and see what we can find. Investigations aren't my favourite genre, but I am oddly good at remembering stuff. This is the piano. Hello, constables. This area is closed for investigation. Please go away at once. Alright, I'll do as you're told. But how the hell are we going to be able to collect any evidence if we can't actually get any evidence in the first place? Oh, this area is not off limits. A big mythological painting. I'm not an expert, but these fresco paintings could be beautiful, don't you think? They are indeed. Have you seen the Scorpional Steiner? My god, she is a real beauty. Ah, forget about her, man. She is way out of your league. Hey, I was just saying she's hot. It's not like I love her or whatever. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Are you just going to say the same thing? Why do all constables say the same thing in this game? I'm joking. A set dialogue for one type of character, and just spawn those characters. I hear constables talking nearby. Maybe I can take a look without being noticed. Take a look without being noticed. How we are meant to do that? How can I look though without being noticed? That is the issue. Bag. No. Journal. Bag. Notebook. I don't have any ink. Yeah. There's nothing to help me when it comes to this scenario. I can hear constables talking nearby. Maybe I can take a look without being noticed. Yeah, it's just not going to work out. I need an item of sorts. Some footprints. It was raining last night, so it's very likely a person who entered the theatre had mud on their shoes. Walking on a carpet has probably cleaned up the soles, and that's why I haven't found any footprints around. Damn, I wish I'd paid more attention to this detail. At least now I'm sure that a person has entered through the artist's store, but how is it possible that they had the right key? And where did they get it? I'll have to find this out. I better write down everything. Every little detail. Note about footprints added to inventory. I think I found everything I could here. Are you sure? I don't know. Maybe there's something else up here? This door's locked, damn it. These rooms are closed for investigation. Only constabulary agents are allowed to enter. That's fine. Oh dear, that one's locked as well. Are you a staff member? Yes, of course. Then please go back to your work. We are still investigating here. I'm sorry. Yep. And what about down here? What about the main stage itself? There's also this place. The chest is locked. Any key details? I understand that. There's got to be something that points out. There's something under the carpet. It looks like sawdust. It seems someone tried to hide something. The film is used to change the dresses and fix the makeup of the actors during the show. It's really weird to find sawdust in a place like this. I feel it could be an important detail. I should write it down, it might be a clue. I'll take a sample of it too. Note about sawdust added to inventory. Unidentified sawdust added to inventory. It seems that's all there is here. That could be the case. What about the main stage itself? Okay, we're on the main stage, but there doesn't seem to be anything of note from a blank stage. Like, there's nothing at all. Unless there is something. This is where... Hey, no, this is where the body was at, so I wonder why the other areas are closed off and not this one. Surely where the corpse was found is the most likely place to be closed off last, wouldn't you think? Mirror, mirror. Oh, I've got to do some work around this place if I want to see what's going on and everything. So, unidentified sawdust. It's clearly sawdust, but I don't know the specific kind of wood. I should ask someone about it. Indeed, that's a great idea. But whom? Whom is the question? Who is an expert on wood? What about asking the trees to see if they've found any of their relatives being sawed up nearby? Oh. Beautiful statue. Oh! I thought I found something in between the sofa, or beneath the sofa, but it's just one of the legs of the sofa itself. I don't think the developers would be so cruel as to select a specific tile for an investigation piece to start. It's just a case where if you investigate any of the three, then it could lead to that particular scene to play. Mirror? Nope. Main actors. That thing. That thing. Ooh. How do I get close to the constable so I can hear what they're talking about? Arrows pointing that way. This is definitely an optional area. Can't be that. This is going to be one of those really difficult things to solve, but once you solve it, you'll be like, ah, that's how you do it. How do I get close to them without being noticed? Already taken note of the footprints. Nothing of interest here. Okay, that's going to be like that for the entire time, huh? Like every time you investigate one of her footprints, then that's just going to be a thing. Okay, I can't walk and I can't run. How does one go about this process? What about if I drag a sofa all the way from here over to there so it looks like a moving sofa? Would you think the constables would take note of that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would. But anyways. Main stage. What about any of the instruments? I didn't look at them thoroughly, I just had a very brief look at them. But is anything specific about any of these instruments that take note? No. It already looks behind the curtains when we were on the main stage, so that's a thing, I suppose. But there's still nothing else that we can go by. Arrows. Take a note of the arrows. There could be an indicator. An indicator towards where we need to go, but still, the arrows actually end here. Or if you go to the other thing, then you'd have an arrow pointed to the left. I must examine the theatre carefully. I need to find some evidence before I leave. Right, this is going to be a doozy, so we'll take a while and see what we can do, and I'll come back when we have something fresh. There's something here. It looks like graphite powder, and there's quite a lot of it. Why is there graphite powder up here? That's strange. The staff cleaned everywhere every morning before the artist's entrance and after closing in the evening. Considering the theatre's been closed all day for the investigation, this powder must have been here since last night. I should write it down. It may be a clue. I'll take a sample of it too. Note about graphite powder added to inventory, and unidentified graphite powders added to inventory. It seems that there's all there is here. I'm done for now. I think I've found enough evidence today. Let's head home before the theatre closes. Okay, so that literally took me 10 seconds after I said I'll be right back. I was just going to investigate each room from top to bottom and I noticed something weird on the floor. But that's good for us. We don't have to spend much time at all. investigating everywhere. I think I found everything I could. I must wait for the constables to go away before I can examine the theatre properly, so I should come back another day. The theatre will be closing soon. I better go home and pull myself together. I need to think about what happened. At certain points during the game, Heinrich is ready to make a deduction about the current situation. Be ready to test your skills with a piece of classical music. Deduction phases will make time shift from night to the next day. To start deduction phase, simply go back to Heinrich's room and interact with his disc. Remember, once you start the deduction phase, you can't go back. All I'm going to say is that ink is a very sparse resource. Thank you. Wait a minute, but I can go from the other side. Didn't you know about that? I could literally go from the other side and try and open the door that way. But yeah, the lack of ink is a concern. There needs to be more ink within the game developers. But can I... Oh, hold on. That caught my eye. What's up? I literally thought that would be like a newspaper clipping up there. I'm not gonna lie. Not ready yet. You can save the game here. Yes, please. Okay. We can use the ink when they're outside of the bedroom. But here we can save without using ink, which is good. Right. I should sit down, relax, and think about what's happening. Let's do this. During the deduction phase, Heinrich's mind will wander in a world of music and melody. Use the arrow keys corresponding to the symbols on the notes with the right timing. So it's a quick time event. You will enter a deduction phase at the end of each day. This phase allows Heinrich to move forward in the investigation, and time will flow to the following night. Are you trying to rehearse what's happened? Oh, miss. Bad. Oh, it needs to be on the spot. Okay. Good. This reminds me of one of those dance games where you literally have to tap them at the right time, or put your foot down at the right time. I'm happy if it's just good or perfect. It would be very difficult to get a perfect amount. Like every single note is hit perfectly. And to get a perfect score, you would obviously have to hit each and every one of these notes within the inside of the zero. I think that's pretty good overall on my first try. Even though it could be considered as a quick time event, that wasn't very quick. Very slow going, which is nice. I guess the graphite powder was used to draw something. Maybe the killer was standing on the highest balcony and he was drawing the corpse. The whole setup was quite spectacular. But I've seen someone entering the artist's store. I went away for just a few minutes to get my lamp and then I came right back. So how was he able to get everything done in such a short time? And most importantly, how was he able to leave a theatre while I was inside? The footprints show that he came in through the artist's door using his key, but he didn't use the same door to exit the theatre. Something doesn't seem right. I should explore the theatre again, this time more carefully. I need to find an explanation for the sawdust and the graphite powder and to identify who has a copy of the key. One deduction I could make, and this is just a hypothesis, is that while you were having your brain fever, somebody must have came in knowing that you were the past orchestra leader and somehow managed to get a copy of your key using your key. But that's just A hypothesis. I could ask around a trade district tomorrow morning. I'm too tired to do it now, and I really need something to drink. I'd like to head to the pub now and relax there for a bit. Sounds like a good idea. But are you sure going that late is a good idea? The night after. You two again. So I told the constables what I was seen and found in the theatre in details. And that's it. That's sick, Heinrich. So you tell them you found a corpse in the theatre and they just ask you a couple of questions and then let you go? You're still a member of a high class after all. It's not like that. And I'm just helping the constables like any good citizen would do. I'm sure Herr Heinrich is still a gentleman. Some things never change. You're too kind to me, Alyssa. Anyway, Elsa, I came here to ask you something. Maybe you can help me. Sure, what do you need, Heinrich? Well, I'm looking for information on a personal matter. Something that's really important to me. Something really important? Can you be more specific, please? I'm talking about sensitive information. What I need to know is not available to the public, but maybe someone who works closely with the constables could find it out. Do you need information? If you don't mind getting your hands dirty, I know someone who could help you. Listen, I don't want to get involved in shady business or anything similar. Come on, are you afraid of a girl? This girl is a witch, a gypsy witch. People say she's involved in all kinds of businesses and she knows almost everything thanks to her connections. A gypsy witch? I'm not sure about that. The old Franz knows everything about her. Yes, he's married and everything, but I think he's in love with her. He talks about her long crimson hair all the time. Does Franz know where to find her? Well, I guess I could ask him, but I haven't seen him tonight. He usually comes here later, but I know he lives near the coach station. Well, I'm not sure if this gypsy girl can help me, but I suppose there's no harm in asking. Exactly. Be careful, Heinrich. Please don't do anything stupid, okay? Hey, someone's got a crush here. Yeah. That's not true. I think it's time to go. Thanks for the drink and have a good night. I'm glad I got that suggestion. Foreigners are usually involved in all kinds of shady business, so maybe she knows something about the killer. I have to find Franz as soon as possible. Quite indeed. Have a good night. I'm starting to feel weird. Good evening, Master Heinrich. How may I be of service? What about that old man again? The old Franz? He lives near the coach station with his wife, but he's quite a night owl, just like you. You're really pretty, by the way. Can I have something to drink? Have you been drinking enough? It's not good for your health, Heinrich. Exactly. Don't need anything, thank you. Alrighty then. So he lives near the coach station. Thank you for that bit of information. Who is buffing? Or more precise... Oh, you're buffing. It seems that this mouse is not going to live much longer. Right, so basically that mouse is RIP. And it would be unwise to get in the dog's way as well. So let's just avoid it and then no harm will come to us, right? Greetings, citizen. How may I be of service? Never mind. Goodbye then. Opera announcements' performance is quite popular these days. So he lives near the coach station. But whereabouts could he live in? Ah, here's France. Greetings, you must be Herr Steiner, the orchestra director, right? I've seen you quite often at the pub. Former orchestra director. I'm not working at the Blatchberg Theatre anymore, unfortunately. I remember you were extremely talented. They used to call you the Lion, right? It was a real joy to watch you at the opera. Oh, I'm getting carried away by the memories now. What can I do for you? No need to apologise. I'm glad to see that someone still remembers I was the orchestra director. Actually, I came here because someone told me that you know a certain girl who could help me. I need some information. I think this girl might help me. I was told that you know her and maybe you could tell me how to find her. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insist, but I could really use your help. Let's keep it between us, then. Yes, I know this girl, but before I tell you, could you do me a little favour? Yes, I suppose. I'd love to drink some beer, but I had an argument with my wife and she won't let me go to a pub tonight. That's too bad. So, if I bring you a beer, will you tell me about this girl? Yes, Sonny. Just get me a beer and I'll tell you everything. Here, take some money to pay it. Sack of cruiser added to inventory. Sure. Stay here, I'll be right back. It's not like he'll be able to walk far anyways. Sorry. Okay, that was mean of me to say. Hello. Good evening, Master Heinrich. How may I be of service? Can you give me a bottle of beer? The old Franz had an argument with his wife and he's not allowed to come here tonight. Again? They are a nice old couple, but sometimes Franz can be a bit too much. Here, he gave me some coins to pay it. Sack of cruiser removed from inventory. Alright, here's a beer. Bring it to him while it's still cold. Beer added to inventory. Thank you, I will. Let's just go away. And I'm joking, I would never do that. Personally, I don't like alcohol anyways. I've tried it before, but not my sort of thing. I'm back, friends, and here's your beer, still cold. Ah, just what I needed. You're a good guy, Herr Steiner. Beer removed from inventory. No problem. Please feel free to call me Heinrich. Good then, Heinrich. You must already know that this girl is a beautiful one. Her blazing red hair, her mysterious expression. My god, she's a real beauty. It sounds like someone has a crush on this girl. So any time when the text box is not coloured, that means that Heinrich is thinking and not talking. Well, aside from that, this girl is a fortune teller who lives in the slums. Have you ever been there? No, never, but I know it's a dangerous district full of foreigners and cutthroats. Anyway, her house is near a blacksmith shop in the slums. It's easy to recognize because there's a pentacle sign on her house. Say, her hands. That was really useful, friends. Thank you so much. And enjoy your beer. Of course, have a good night, Sonny. Henrik can now travel to the slums. That's good and all, but I think I am going to call it a day while we are still able to do so. So folks, once we are able to get back to our house, we will then save our wonderful progression. Oh, what's this? The horse have not given us the spirit of decrepitude, but of skills and passion. I don't understand. I'll keep this message anyway. After all, it might be something important. Mysterious message added to inventory. Right. Oh, there's something here. This house is a mess. Ooh, what's this? Is it ink? Ink again? Thank you for that. So probably we get ink every day, once every day, something like that. So folks, thank you so much for watching, and we will be back here for part 3 and finish up this wonderful demo in the next time. Have a wonderful day, folks, and take care of yourselves.